A couple of people have asked me about Function Health, so let's talk about the labs. A lot of people will upcharge for labs, but I don't, because I figure if you're coming to me asking for the cash pay price, you want the cash pay price. But even if you go to individual websites like Quest, or you go to LabCorp or any of the other ones, they have a fee that they've added on. And I know that because I've had clients who've done that. And then when I price out the labs, it's usually a 25% savings. So I just had someone come to me and say that she doesn't want to do my program specifically. She just wants to do one-off visits, and she wants to do the one-off visits, but also pay for this membership through a company called Function Health, because she can order the lab work herself and she thinks that she can save herself money. So I put together the lab list that Function Health does. It's not $459, y'all. It's not. And on top of that, if you want like any of the autoimmune testing done, which is what a lot of people want done because no one's willing to run that blood work on them, it's extra. And she sent me what the price breakdown was for the extras, and I priced out those tests, and it turns out we could save her $250 if I order her labs instead, just on that part. On the other stuff that Function Health covers, we can save her about $250 there too. Not only that, but Function Health then gives you like generalized recommendations, and most of the values that they're looking at still fall within the everyone who's getting an A through a C on the exam, not just the people who are getting an A. So you could be close to getting a D or an F, and they won't mark it as abnormal. And their recommendations to you are follow up with your primary healthcare provider. How many of you would be looking for blood work through Function Health if your primary health provider were helping you? Function Health is upcharging for labs, period. And they're doing it on some of the labs by about 50%. Like when I priced out their extended autoimmune panel per test, it was such a huge savings, I couldn't not tell the client about it. On top of that, I had someone else reach out to me this morning that was like, yeah, I would like to get gut testing done. I specifically want to get this testing done. And I said, why do you want that testing done? And she said, I want to test for Candida. That test doesn't test for Candida. And she said, well, I can get it done online. I told her the tests that would be best for you are the organic acids plus the gut zoomer based on what you're describing. I'm not even sure that you need that. I think we can fix it without using those tests. But if you wanted to get those tests, out the door price is $650. And she's like, well, I can order the GI map online for $500. I can order the GI map online for $367. Someone is upcharging you for labs. But also, the GI map isn't even the most appropriate test for her. And I know there are a lot of people upcharging for labs because they've been taught that they can and they can make money off of that. My job is not to make money off of your lab work. It's to get the lab work, explain to you what's going on, and then offer to help you solve the problem. That's where my income comes from. If I'm upcharging you for labs, I am no better than the hospital that charges you $20 for one Tylenol. And you can come back and say, well, Function Health, it's like a membership and you get continued discounts on your blood work. But I just told you, we could save this woman $500 by not using Function Health. So the cost of her membership with Function Health, we could save in her lab work. We could save that much money. So they are making money off of you. You just aren't aware of it. Literally the same panel that Function Health runs on you, I can get in most states for somewhere between $189 and $220. Well, I'm paying for the advice that they give through the app. The advice is literally, I know because I signed up for it for a year, check in with your primary care provider. That's what the advice was. So then they say, well, you get blood work twice a year. Well, the second round you pay for. It's not included in your membership. You pay for it. And I felt like that was a slightly deceptive tactic. But then on top of that, realizing that, oh, yeah, they're not even giving advice other than talk to your primary care provider, who wouldn't run the blood work in the first place. which is why I went with Function Health. So my provider probably doesn't know what to do with the information. And giving me a pretty graph of what everything looked like. Now, the nice thing about Function Health, if you're in certain states where it's harder to get your own blood work ordered, like New York, Rhode Island, New Jersey, it's a great option because you can then get your blood work ordered. If you're looking for help in a health area and want to work with somebody with a lot of integrity around this issue, there's a link